Hi, my name is Terrell Britto, and I am a junior in event management at Iowa State University. Today I'm going to talk about the similarities and differences between America and Chinese food cultures. So why did I want to do this study? I really wanted to inform both Chinese and American students of the similarities and differences between their food cultures. I believe it is important for people to understand the customs of other food cultures. When you travel to a new place, oftentimes the first thing you will want to do is try the cuisine. Therefore, I thought one of the best ways to exchange cultures is through food. For the purpose and specific objectives of the study, I wanted to target three areas of each food culture. Food etiquette, which is how people should act when eating. Cooking methods, the most common ways each culture prepares their foods. And the raw materials used in their foods, such as the kind of meat and vegetables that are used. The significance of the study is that it is important to learn more about the differences and similarities in Chinese and American food cultures, which will allow us to have a better understanding. Having knowledge of other food cultures will help you prepare for any situations such as business travel and even family travel. What may be accepted or normal for one culture may not be accepted in another. Therefore, you want to be aware of these differences in order to avoid offending anyone. There are many differences in Chinese and American dining etiquette. In China, you can only start eating when the host and all guests have arrived and been seated. You should try and eat at the same pace as others at the table, and other than soup, all dishes must be eaten with chopsticks and can never be rested vertically in rice. And on a typical Chinese dining table, there is a cup, a bowl which is on a small dish, chopsticks, and spoons. In America, napkins must be put in lap upon sitting down, no elbows on the table. When using a knife, the fork must be held in the left hand and knife in the right. It's important to chew with your mouth closed and never speak when having food in your mouth, and always pass the food to the right. There are also many differences in cooking methods used in China and America. Popular cooking methods in China are stir-frying, which is the most common method used in China. It is the process in which foods are cooked at a very high heat for a short period of time. Stir-frying is a good way to cook vegetables, starches, and all meats at once. Deep frying is where foods are put in very hot oil to make for a crispier exterior. Foods such as meats are often deep fried. Deep frying is often used in America with potatoes that are fried to create French fries, and a popular way to cook fish is by frying it. Steaming is where you put foods over boiling water in order to cook it. Steaming is the most common way to cook rice. In America, popular cooking methods are grilling, which is over a flame. This flame can be created by gas or charcoal. Most Americans use grilling as a form of cooking meats such as hamburgers, hot dogs, broths, and chicken. It can also be used to cook other foods such as vegetables. There is also roasting, which is a technique that is used in ovens in order to cook your food. Roasting is also another way of cooking meats and vegetables. They can be cooked at the same time in a roasting pan that is placed in the oven. Then there is boiling, which is cooking in water that is at a high temperature. You can use foods such as noodles, potatoes, and other starchy foods. Even though the popular cooking methods are different, both cultures have taken on the techniques of each other. Here are some of the popular raw materials used for food in China. For starch staples, there's millet, rice, kaolin, wheat, yam, buckwheat, and sweet potatoes. For legumes, there's soybeans, broad beans, peanuts, and mung beans. For vegetables, there's malva, amaranth, Chinese cabbage, mustard greens, turnips, radishes, and mushrooms. For fruits, peaches, apricots, plums, apples, pears, crab apples, and oranges. For meat, they have pork, dog, beef, venison, chicken, duck, goose, pheasant, and fish. Popular raw materials in America are: for the starch staples, they have wheat and flour. For legumes, peas, lentils, and peanuts. For vegetables, they have potatoes, carrots, onions, cucumbers, and lettuce. For fruits, apples, tomatoes, oranges, and grapes. And for meats, beef, pork, poultry, and fish. In conclusion, Chinese and American food cultures have similarities. However, the differences in resources available have a large impact in how and what foods are prepared. Each country has different environments and climates, which has a great effect on the foods and resources that are available. Also, even though one country may have a food source available to them, it may not be acceptable for them to eat it based on their culture's norms. All in all, it is very important to understand the different food cultures so you can be prepared in any situation and avoid offending another culture's practices. I think that it is important for people to have exposure to authentic food from other countries. For example, if authentic Chinese food is made available on campus here at Iowa State, it would allow Americans to try it and allow to have a true experience similar to that they would have if they traveled to China. It would also make students from China more comfortable and more willing to come and study in the United States. These are the references that I have. Thank you. Any questions you may have?